Hearty congratulations to every one of you at Indian Institute of Spices Research on the eve of 26th Foundation Day of the establishment of the Institute. In fact, a silver jubilee has gone, a year has passed. But if you look at the period since it was established as a regional station of Central Plantation Crops Research Institute, you are approaching a golden jubilee in a couple of years from now. Now IISR has carved a niche for itself among the other institutes, among the institutes in under ICR. But what it makes it different? Do they do different things? No, they do things differently. That is what it makes this institute unique. Once Dr. Kallu told, what IISR thinks today, the other institutes do it a couple of days later. That's true. I would like to quote a few examples of what has been the achievement of this institute, which makes it unique in its own self. For example, when an institute is formed, it is not made out of brick and mortar. It's a flesh and bones. It's made of human beings. The institute's major backbone must be research. There's no doubt about it. But without an efficient administration, supporting, technical, the institute cannot make a mark for itself. So I would talk something about what the administration has been doing in this institute. It's very unique. Every one of you know the paperless office automation being practiced at IISR is a role model for the rest of the institute. When others were meddling with formation of office automation, IISR was very well into it. Thanks to the administration. They are not all hi-fi people with flashy degrees to be attached to their names. I used to always joke, we had an administrative officer by name Shankaran, very intelligent person. Humorous people are always intelligent. He used to resemble me, Charlie Chaplin. When he enters the room, I used to smile. He used to ask me, sir, why do you smile? So I thought if I tell the truth, he may be annoyed. But when I told, he laughed. Very efficient man. During his time, we started this office automation, and everyone in the administration went on populating the software. We had excellent finance section. We had one Sachidanandan, Jacob. They all contributed tremendously to the office automation. Leave aside beating our own trumpets. You go to Peruvunamazhi, it's a very remote area. I worked in Northeast. It's as bad as Northeast, very remote. But we had a lot of people who worked in this institute since beginning. I'm told Ananda, Nirmal Babu, they started their career there. Subsequently, we had many of the youngsters. They have been posted there. They worked hard to make the farm and the research coming up into a full shape. It has been a great thing to have been working in that institute. I recall the wonderful days I had. Now I am into history, 10 years since I am retired, and most of you are youngsters. And my purpose of saying all these things is to inspire all of you to see that what has happened in the past and the contributions made by the people in the yesteryears, that is what it is. For example, we are all talking of the soil health cards. Way back in 2007 or 8, our KVK has already introduced soil health card. I remember a young lady who was subsequently left. She has started the soil health card among the poorer people, marginal farmers around the Chakatipara Panchayat. It's a great achievement. Our KVK has done tremendously. In those days, Hindu used to come out one success story from our KVK every month. Maybe around 30 to 40 such success stories have come. We have never gone behind anybody. This contribution has made the person in charge of the Farmer's Notebook in Hindu to have bagged a prestigious Best Journalist Award from the ICAR. Now, having said that, in administration, what I say that we do it differently, a simple example is that of maintenance of service records. Service records, service registers of every individual used to be in tatters in many institutes. But in IASR, it used to be a library. And in fact, having heard about this, Mr. Upadhyaya, the Undersecretary of ICAR, did visit our institute to see it for himself. When we think of biometric identification, 10 years ago, our library has introduced. When I talk of library, that's one that is very dear to me. We had wonderful librarians, from Sharif to Ramesh, wonderful people. We had Sushma there. We had a lot of good people who did tremendously for the library. And SIRA has come. Even before SIRA was born, we had a library networking including CPCRI, NRC Cashew. And Lawrence Fernandez, who was a leading politician and a member of ICAR governing body, visited and wrote a letter to DG about this. And when I talk about the contribution of various people, the research scholars have tremendously contributed to the institute's development in research as well as in office automation. I remember one youngster, Satyanath, along with our Syed and Jayarajan, they developed the office automation, populated it. In ICR, there used to be a saying in those days, if a ICR is stuck up in finding out a particular order or circular, give a call to the director IASR, you may get that orders from their archives. We had digitized, we had put most of the things into this. And our PME has been a role model. And we were the first to move ICAR for getting an ISO. Dr. Kannayan was our RAC chairperson. Then the DG, Dr. Mangal Rai, said, I think right now the ICR is not in a mood to go in for ISO because we needed money to give it, for which audit clearance is needed. So these were all some of the achievements, and I know in the last 10 years since I left, much of water has flown under the bridge. You have grown much bigger, and now you have entered into the patent area. And if I enter into that institute, many of the things may be new to me. I may be unaware of many of the latest developments in the field of patent laws, as well as in case of research. Nevertheless, let's go on. And when we celebrate the Golden Jubilee of Spices Research in India, maybe you have a better thing with one more Sardar Patel Award into your kitty. I wish you all well. I am happy that Dr. Anand Kumar Singh, DDG, and Vikramaditya Pandey, ADG, they are all there, and they will be offering all support to you. And I congratulate Rema for this grand function. And I also thank her for remembering somebody who is in history and asked for a message. Thank you very much.